What is going on with you, YouTube? Cage TV back with another video. And let's get into it. The NBA has reached a 7-year agreement, which is an extension till 2030 with the CBA. But they can have a mutual opt-out after 6 years. Like I said in my last video about there being an NBA lockout, I kind of thought it wouldn't happen. I thought they would get a deal done, and they finally did. So that's a good thing, you know, just because this gives ESPN and Disney more power to push the agenda that they have been pushing so far in the woke sports era, because that's what we are in now. We are in the woke sports era and entertainment. A lot of crazy things in this deal with the NBA and the NBA Players Association, who they have just chosen CJ McCullough to be the president over. And shout out to Tom Brady. Shout out to Tom Brady for becoming part owner of a WNBA team. Hopefully more, athletes can help join the aid of helping the WNBA strive and survive. As you have seen through women's college basketball, they've created this circus fiasco showcase with the women's basketball. But yeah, shout out to Tom Brady. Back to this. Now, they are still going to have the one and done rule. That will still remain. So if, some of these athletes want to go to college, but that's all going to change knowing that these guys got NIL deals. But hopefully some of these young athletes that are coming up out of high school and into college that's getting these NIL deals can still go play college basketball, college football, baseball, whatever sport it may be, just to keep, the institutions thriving off of sports. The NBA also is capping the spending of high payroll teams like the Clippers, the Warriors, the Brooklyn Nets, and they have also added a second salary cap that starts at 17.5 million. Now, if you decide to go over that, if you decide to go over that 17.5 million, which at this point in time, it's going to take a minute for them to merge this second salary cap in right now. It's not going to be implemented or instantaneously put out there the next season. No, they're gonna. It's gonna take some time for them to figure out this second salary cap issue. Contracts will be different. They working on these 6-year contracts. You can't be eligible for awards if you play under 65 games for the season. In order to be eligible for award, you have to play 65 games. So, that's going to limit the load management crisis that the NBA is has been having for the last few years. They having this in-season tournament, at 8 teams. It's like a pool of play games. It's going to be implemented throughout the season. Just say the Lakers and let's say the Lakers and the Utah Jazz decide to get into the 8-team single elimination tournament, which will, if you win the tournament, you get cash prize, but you'll be playing instead of 82 games, you'll be playing 83 games because you win this tournament. When it comes down to the last two teams that's in a tournament that have to play each other, that's what counts as the 83rd game. It's going to be held in December. The final four teams will play at a neutral site in Las Vegas. So, like I said, say the Lakers have to play the Utah Jazz, and they one of the eight, they two of the eight teams that's in the tournament. Now, when the Utah Jazz and the Lakers play in a regular season, that counts as a tournament game, and that game still counts to your regular season win. So that's how they're gonna do it. Oh, the Knicks got to play against the Miami Heat, and it's a tournament. It's an elimination tournament game, and if the Heat win, they beat the New York Knicks. Then the Knicks are out of the tournament. Same thing if the Utah Jazz beat the Lakers, then they out of the tournament. And those teams keep playing until they meet throughout the season. One thing that's very, very interesting about this new deal, and yeah, the lady that you see on the screen is the is the she is the in charge of the National Basketball Players Association. She's the head person in charge. It's not a joke, people. It's a woman. But what's interesting about this CBA deal is that they now can have three players on two-way contracts just because you've seen the superstar emergence of Austin Reeves and Dort from the Thunder and a host of other players that have come from the G League and has made significant noise and played well or played up to the potential that most of these teams didn't see coming. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a good thing, which is going to allow teams to have bigger rosters. Another thing too is if you go over the salary cap, like the Clippers and the Warriors, you won't be able to sign a player at vet minimum. The NBA is basically saying, if you already over the cap, why stop now? So, say if a team is over the cap and they want to bring in Dwight Howard, they want to bring Dwight Howard to the team. You can no longer offer Dwight Howard a vet minimum. Dwight Howard could come in and say, "Yeah, I want $15 million," and you either gonna pay that or you're not. Because if you're not gonna pay it, he's gonna go to a team that's under the cap that can allow to pay him the vet minimum. So, this is gonna stop the super team situation that everybody or some majority of basketball fans don't like, thanks to everybody want to blame LeBron for the super team, and I get it. You could blame him on how he went about getting with a super team, but you can't blame him for creating the term super team. Kevin Garnett admitted that they were the ones who started the super team situation. And he said when LeBron left Cleveland and went to Miami, that's when he noticed that LeBron pulled they move. Oh, he went and got with two other good guys to help him win. That's the same thing KG, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen did. But that with this new CBA, all of that is going to be eliminated. Now teams will have to build their teams through free agency if they can afford it, or they're just gonna have to build it through the draft, which I think is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? But you can't really blame the Warriors for having a super team They pretty much built their team through the draft, and they just all meshed and clicked at the right time for them to be the powerhouse team that they are now in the NBA. So I'm happy that the lockout didn't happen. It would have been bad for sports. But who can I say won this deal? I got to give it to the NBA governors. I think they won this deal. I think they got a little bit of the power back from the player, and adding in this tournament should make these games a little bit more interesting, more competitive. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what I don't know how to grade this deal. I guess I'll grade it a C plus. You know what I'm saying? The owners, I mean not the owners, but the governors get a little bit of their power back, which is a good thing because you can't have these NBA players with their branding and all that. They kind of just watered the game down, man. You know what I'm saying? NBA basketball has not been what it used to be, but hopefully this can change some things and make it more watchable. But yeah, it's still going to be the same old with ESPN being and Disney, spearheading this this propaganda and agenda that they've been on. It's just gonna be more of it. So yeah, man, that's my spiel on the whole deal. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens, man, in the upcoming seasons. How this tournament is gonna play out, the salaries, the salary cap, the second salary cap. you know, uh, the rule changes and things like that, because there's more of it coming. I'm out.